I was at the range last week, and I seen a guy firing his pistol, and he had about 2 or 3 misfires, and he was sticking them in his breast pocket. I don't know if I ever mentioned this before. I think I did. Sometimes I have a bad memory, so if I repeat something you heard in the video before, I apologize. I have a horrible memory, and you know, when you have a lot of videos, when you get over like 100 videos, you forget what you said in the ones in the past, and you might repeat yourself. So, you know, if you're one of those guys that's going to say, oh, it's the same thing over again, well then get lost. Anyway, back to this, because I start thinking about that, my blood starts boiling again. Especially these guys that got like fucking, you know, a few hundred subscribers and they think they're experts. Listen, let me tell you something. Subscribers mean a lot. They do. And I'm not bragging, but let me tell you something. I'm not going to say any names, but I've seen some guys that have good channels and they joined in 2006 and they have like 2,000 something subscribers, maybe 3. Okay, if you look when the Armory channel started, it was in 2009 in July, and we're heading towards 2,500. That's fast, and I thank you guys so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. So, kiss my ass. Anyway, yeah, seen this guy putting misfires in his breast pocket, and I said, you know, none of my business, but it doesn't really happen, but it's known to happen, and I've never seen it happen, but I know it happens because it's a fact. Do you know just because you have a misfire, it doesn't mean it's not going to go off? And he said, nah, man, I didn't know that. I said, oh yeah, it's a delayed ignition. You know, sometimes you know, the primer don't receive the proper pressure, and then it delayed ignition, it goes off. I said, that thing goes off in your breast pocket, it could kill you. So do me a favor, guys, if you get a misfire, even if it's a 22 rimfire, don't put it in your breast pocket. Put it down, or put it in your range should have like a steel can for them things. There's a reason why it's steel. It's because they're known sometimes to go off. So I just wanted to bring that up. I brought that up before, but I need to bring it up again. Anyway, this is going to be a holster video. Talking about misfires. I thought I was having sex last night, but I guess it wasn't happening. So, I don't blame her. I'm fat now. My dick looks like an acorn. And it's, I'm ashamed of myself. That's why I'm trying to lose weight. So, you know, these women, man, I'm a one-timer. You know, some of these women like to go 1 or 2 rounds or 3 rounds. I don't do that, man. I'm one shot. I'm like a musket. That's all I can do. That's the weight. That's what happens when you're fat. So I'm still on my diet. I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm not thin yet or nothing, but I lost some weight. But this is a holster video, a more in detailed one. I was talking to my buddy Bill and about this particular one. But we're going to start with this one. This is my Beretta Tomcat, and I got this at a gun show, and it was about 30 bucks, and it's a really good holster. And it's a Don Hum holster, or Don Hume. I pronounce everything wrong. And it's nice. It's very nice. It carries perfect. It carries the gun firm. The clip's real nice and stiff, and that's very important. Most important thing with a holster is firmness. Firmness. You don't want any sloppy movement. You don't want any looseness at all. Okay? And another thing, oh, please do this for me. If my channel's on and your kids are around, dude, it's not my fault that your kid hears me cursing. This channel is not for children, please. It is not. Because I'm not going to have to worry about everything I say now. Because guys are saying, dude, you got a good channel, but if you tone it down a little, it would be better. No, it won't be better. because then I won't be myself, and then people won't like it. It's fake. Okay, real is good. So do not let kids watch this channel. I curse a lot because that's the neighborhood I'm from. Okay, and I was an iron worker or welder. And you ever work with welders and iron workers? They're rough guys, man. So it's hard for me to lose that the language thing. This next, I carried this today. This is a gout. I think it's called, yeah, gowed holster. Gowed holster. It's like a $60 holster. It's a really good holster. Chanderson one gave me this, and he didn't even know me. That's how nice of a guy he is. And he just sent this to me. He said he wasn't using it and he'd rather see somebody that could use it. And I love it. It's an awesome holster. It's still breaking it in. You can see the leather crumbs on it every time I pull it out. But I wear it a little longer, it'll be broken in. And I ain't worried about holster wear on this gun. These guns look good when they get old looking and worn out, because they just do. It's just how they look great. And someone asked me about carrying +1. I just don't carry +1. I don't like it. I don't feel comfortable carrying +1. A 1911 is a pretty safe gun to carry +1, but when I do carry +1, I've explained this before. When I do carry +1, always check the chamber, buddies. I do this. Okay, if I say I put the magazine in, I'm not going to put the magazine in because there's rounds in there. I'm not recommending anyone do this, but this is what I do. I push the grips, hold the hammer, push the grip safety in, pull the trigger, and lower this very gently. And then I carry +1 like that. Because if I have to grab the gun quick and my finger hits the trigger, it's safe. It's not going to go off. Well, if the gun falls and hits the hammer, will it go off? Very possible. But then, okay, so can a revolver. So right now, if I carried this just the way I just told you, it's equivalent to carrying a revolver. Unless you have a revolver with that crossbar inside, like Ruger makes, which I don't like the crossbar because it's loose. And when you shake it, your gun sounds like a fucking maraca. It sounds like a hunk of shit. I hated that crossbar in there. But that is a drop safety, that crossbar. Okay, but there's regular revolvers that don't have drop safeties in them. So the majority of revolvers is like this gun is now. Okay, the hammer's lowered down, it's resting on the firing pin. If it drops, it's possible it could go off. 1 in 1,000 shot, but it's possible. So this is no more dangerous right now, the way it is, carrying it this way, than your average revolver. And that's the way I carry +1, if I carry +1. I don't usually. Maybe if I'm in a really fucked up neighborhood and I think it might be a situation where I have to act fast, I'll put one in the chamber, but that's how I'll carry it. The Glock, I try not to carry +1 with my Glock because I just don't feel safe with it. This is the holster I was telling my buddy Bill about. This is the Santa Scorpion. This is a Sig Sauer P229. Everyone's seen it. And I feel safe carrying +1 with the Sig because if I do my thing, alright, if I put my magazine in there, cock it, I can safely lower the hammer with the decocking lever, and I can carry +1. So yeah, I would carry +1 with the Sig. Yes, I would. This holster is really nice for this gun. It has a wide clips on it for distributing. Just the physics of it makes the gun seem lighter. I know we talked about this before, but I'm doing this again for a couple people. Okay, it has wide clips on it. That means it gives it more leverage to feel lighter. And as you can see, it's the shape of your body. It's very, very light. It's plastic, but the inside of it's extremely polished and shiny. Because, I mean, I've drawn this holster in and out of there about 100 times, and there ain't a scratch on it. So I can tell you right now, don't worry about scratching your gun. Actually, a leather holster is worse than a plastic holster when it comes to holster wear. So that's why I got the plastic one for my Sig. It's called the Scorpion. It's a right-handed holster. It's about $30, and they're fucking awesome. It has an adjustment screw here. You turn it upside down. You can see the gun's not falling out. If it does, you just turn your screw a quarter of a turn and you're good to go. That's all I could say, man. As usual, I'm running out of time because I'm not a super duper dude. Okay, so I gotta go. The last video I made was too short. I had to do it all over again. I hope this helped that few people that was asking me those questions. We're gonna come up with something new soon because I'm looking at an AK-47.